Hey guys, so I totally just filmed the whole beginning of this video and realized that my microphone wasn't working. All I've done so far is I've done my brows, I've primed my eyelids, and put in a transition shade, and that is it. The products I've used so far is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder in taupe to do the beginning of my brows, and then the Brow Wiz in auburn to do the rest of my brows. I actually bought this by accident forever ago and never got to use it, but now it matches my roots perfectly, so fate. And then of course I just set my brows with the L'Oreal Brow Plumper in blonde. It's a little bit light for how dark my brows are now, but I kind of like the highlighted look anyway. And then I primed my eyelids with this really old Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I'm really hoping it still works because I've had this for years now. It's called Take on the Day Eyeshadow Primer, Wet n Wild. I set that primer in place with the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna set everything with this today. I've just been loving this powder so much. Today I'm gonna use the Naked Smoky palette because I know I want to go glam. I just don't really know what direction I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna kind of wing it as I'm going. All I've done so far is used this shade right here as a transition shade, Combust. And now you're all caught up. I'm just gonna make this a chatty get ready with me because I haven't sat down and talked to you guys in a while. I mean, not a whole lot has been going on except for, me just trying to have somewhat of a social life outside of work, so I haven't really been filming that much, which is kind of unfortunate because my orange hair faded really fast. This used to be bright ass orange. I really wanted to do some cool makeup tutorials with it, so I might have to redo the orange one more time over the blonde before I do something else with it, just to play around a little bit more. To continue my eyes, I think I'm gonna actually zoom you guys in. Woo! There we go, perfect. So since I already have the transition color, I'm going to just deepen my crease a little bit with Whiskey. It's the dark brown matte shade in here. I'm just gonna take this on a smaller blending brush and deepen my crease. I don't do a whole lot of dramatic makeup looks, so I barely ever use this palette. Corey got it for me forever ago, so it's kind of nice to bust this thing out because all the shadows are unused. I've been thinking of getting the Urban Decay Heat palette or whatever it's called. I mean, I honestly can't justify buying another eyeshadow palette, even though I really don't have that many. Doing makeup videos and stuff, that's my justification right there. I don't know if that's enough, but I'm just gonna take this big, really soft, fluffy brush to try to blend out this dark shade before it gets too crazy. And I'm using Combust, the transition shade. Because my eyes are pretty hooded, I do have to kind of blend pretty high up because when I'm like that, it looks kind of high, but when I close my eye, you know how hooded eyes go. Definitely need to put some right in here. By the way, I'm starting with my eyes before I do my face makeup just because it's really easy to clean up this line and just, if there's any fallout or anything, I won't have to worry about it really. And I'm gonna go ahead and use High, which is this really shimmery one right here. I'm just gonna pack that on the lid. Kind of underwhelming. Let's try to pack more on. I'm not really digging that. I need way more glam in my life. Let's go ahead and try to top it with Dirty Sweet, which is the one right next to it. It's more of a gold shimmer. I feel like that'll show up on my lid a lot better. Cat claw mark in it. Thanks, Zinni. Okay, that's more like it. I put that a little too high. Let's go ahead and take that small blending brush from before, go back in with Whiskey, and just blend that out a little. That's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna have to do a really bright inner corner to get to that intensity that I really want. So I just took the makeup wipe and kind of just cleaned up that line. Now I'm gonna do winged liner with this Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner, and I'm just gonna take a little angled brush. So what I do is I kind of just really smush that brush in there, and then I will flatten it out in the lid. And that is how you do the worst winged liner of all time. That gel liner is pretty old too. I haven't used it in forever and it was kind of chunky, it wasn't gliding on. In order to save this, I'm gonna have to just smoke it out a little bit. I'm gonna take this one right here, Black Market, and just smoke out this sloppy wing we've got here. That looks so much better. So I'm just gonna take Dirty Sweet again and I'm going to just put a little bit on the inner corner of the wing, about there, and just blend that out. To make sure that is blended, I'll go back in with the Black Market shade and go back over the wing, almost all the way back in. That wing is definitely a little bit thicker than that one, but we're just gonna pretend that it's not, because I don't have time to fix it. I'm actually going into work for a few hours. Everyone's gonna be like, who the hell's the new girl? Because I never come to work glam or even like done up. I usually wear very minimal makeup to work, so it should be interesting. The mascara I'm going to use is the Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline. For some reason, like, my lashes on this side have been acting really strange. A lot of them have been coming out on the outside, so I don't have that many lashes. So I love this mascara because it kind of, you know, makes up for it, even though they definitely look a lot better when I have falsies on. So here's the lashes I'm trying out. They're the Daisy lashes by Kiss. They just have like that double layer, really wispy effect, and I'm so excited to try them. So I just trimmed a little bit off of the fatter end just because it was kind of bending weird and I feel like that'd be easier. So now I'm going to take the Kiss adhesive brush on glue while my lash is drying. Let's see what has been happening. I feel like this chatty get ready with me has not been very chatty. My dad got married. That was pretty fun. I got to help out with the wedding, and I did the bride's makeup and helped with the hair, did some of the bridesmaids' hair and makeup. This is my dad's third marriage, first being my mom. I'm pretty sure they only got married because they were pregnant with me, so that's cool. I've really like never seen him this happy. It's so nice. I feel like he's finally found like his little family, you know. Other than that, my friend Danny and I have been hanging out. We're planning on going and riding horses on the beach in like 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. I've never done that, and I haven't ridden a horse in like years. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really fun. Okay, let's pop this lash on. Oh my god, I am in love with these lashes. You can't see my face, but jaw is dropped, and they feel like nothing. Like, they are so light. Oh my god. All right, let's zoom you back out. Put these back behind my held down ears. Thanks, Auto Stick. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I've been doing the derma rolling thing lately. If you don't know what derma rolling is, it's basically a little thing that you roll over your skin with a bunch of tiny needles on it, and it punctures a bunch of tiny holes into your face to heal acne scars and whatnot. As you can see, I have a bit of those. So I've been trying that out, and I did it last night, and the day after, my skin is always like pretty dry. So I like this face primer because it's actually, you know, moisturizing. I'm just rubbing my hands clean because I have to touch my face with my hands now. There's barely any left in it, but I'm gonna use it anyway. Ooh, well, I thought there was barely any left in it. So the foundation I'm going to wear today is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I have it in the lightest one, 1C1 Cool Bone, and it's still a little too dark for me, but I really just want like a full coverage foundation happening with this glam makeup. So I'm going to put it directly onto the back of my hand because it doesn't have a pump, and just take it straight from there. I'm going to apply it first with my XO Beauty round face brush. Then I'm gonna go over it with the Beauty Blender to kind of calm down any streakiness or anything that might be happening. My skin's been doing pretty good, especially ever since I started the derma rolling. But of course I was filming, so I woke up with a zit there and a zit there. That's just, it's tradition. Let's see what else has been going on in my life. The new Crash game. Who else is playing the new Crash Bandicoot Remastered Insane Trilogy? Because if you are, let's be best friends, honestly. Crash Bandicoot was like my game when I was younger. I played it non-stop. I played all of them, but Warped was my favorite. I have to share the PS4 with Corey because he wants to play it too. So I've only made it to the second Skybridge level in the first game, which is the third island, and oh my god, I can't even tell you the amount of game overs I've gotten so far on that thing. But yeah, I'm so excited to play the remastered of Warped. Oh my gosh, I'm already having so much fun with the first one, and the first one was always my least favorite game out of all three of them. And it's already like amazing, so I can't even imagine how it's gonna be playing my favorite one. Try not to get it on my choker. Have you seen the new XO Beauty highlighting brushes? They have like a little nipple on them. I think that's genius for, you know, highlighting your inner corner or your cupid's bow or whatever. Can't believe no one's ever thought of that, but you know, leave it to Shan. I really want to justify buying them. I just wish I wasn't such a broke bitch. My beauty blender is like on its last leg. It like just doesn't bounce back like it used to. It's like dry now. Hopefully this doesn't look horrid. But I just like bouncing that over my skin and making sure there's no brush marks or anything. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Fit Me concealer because, let me tell you guys, I have tried so hard to love this Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Every single time I put it on, my eyes like burn and water. My freaking under eyes look dry as hell, and my eyelids, because I'll usually just use concealer to prime my eyelids. I don't know why this is so raved about. This must be like the #1 most sponsored product on YouTube or something. I don't understand. I'm sure it works because there's like people that I honestly trust everything they say and they rave about this. I just cannot get it to work for me. The Fit Me one is 100 times better in my opinion. What I love about this concealer is I can use like as much as I want or as little as I want, and it looks good either way. Like if I use too much, you can't even tell. It just has really good coverage. Just, I don't know what's gone wrong with my skin in the Tarte one. Like, I'm trying to love it so much because I bought it because I don't get sponsorships or anything. Like, why did I spend money on it? So mad. So I'm going to set everywhere I just put the concealer with the Airspun Loose Face Powder today. This is the translucent extra coverage. I don't know how it can be translucent and extra coverage at the same time, but they know their shit, not me. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with this Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I usually get the translucent, but I decided to get the porcelain one so that I could have just a little bit added coverage. This one's brand new. I always get intense frown lines at work because I'm just like staring at a computer screen of people saying really stupid things, and I'm just like all day just like, what? So I definitely make sure to set that area real well. And then I also smile a lot, so I have to set this area really well as well. Oh, I can feel this brush coming apart. It wasn't an expensive one or anything, it was an eBay score, so not a big deal. I've got some hot glue. I'm getting like red marks. Did I accidentally scratch myself and I didn't realize? Possibly. Before I go further, I'm wiping the foundation off my lips because I hate that. I'm gonna finish my eyes before I do my face. I'm not gonna bother zooming you guys in because literally all I'm gonna do is take the same shades that I used in my crease, these ones, forgot what they're called already, Combust and Whiskey, and just kind of smoke out my lower lash line. Can you guys guess what I'm using in my inner corner? I'm pretty sure I use it in every single tutorial. L'Oreal Ice Latte. It's the Infallible shadow. It's a really, really pretty shimmery, like champagne-y color, and it's just my absolute favorite for putting in the inner corner, so I use it every day of my life basically. But first I'm gonna take Whiskey, which is the dark brown, just on like the outer half of my eye, and then I'm gonna take Combust and blend that out. I know I apologize for this in like every single video, but if I keep looking at my viewfinder, it's just because I'm really scared about lighting. I really want to get like some softbox lights or something to balance out the light, because for some reason with just the ring light and my light in here on, sometimes it just goes a little bit crazy. I like to just check on it, so I find myself looking right here instead of right here a lot of the time. So if that's so distracting, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. Let's do some inner corner highlight and then we'll move on to finishing the face and we'll be all done. Like I said, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Iced Latte. It's just freaking amazing and it just makes my eyes pop. So I'll focus that right like by my tear duct and then just fan it out obviously and blend it. I feel like inner corner highlight is so underrated. Usually my glam makeups look pretty much the same. It's usually neutral colors, wing, inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm up my face with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I bought a new one instead of trying something new because that's just how much I love it. Unless you guys have like another suggestion for me to try, I'm just gonna keep buying this one, so sorry. Trying to think what else has been happening in me life. I work full-time, so when I'm not working, lately I've been playing Crash way too much, but I've been trying to kind of hang out with people because I feel like I've been kind of a hermit crab lately. But that's just how I am. I'm such a homebody that it's hard for me to branch out and hang out with people if I'm just not feeling it. I'm not afraid to admit that. So what I've been watching is Preacher. Oh my god, I love that show so much. If you guys have never watched Preacher, I mean, if you're not like a fan of like action-y gore stuff with a really cool storyline, then don't watch it. But I cannot wait for Westworld to come back. I know it's gonna be like a million years, but I was obsessed with that show. Last night I was totally watching the newest season of Bob's Burgers, and it's just such a great show. If you've never seen it, take my word, it's fantastic. Our guilty pleasures are like the reality competition shows. Like, we've been watching the newest Fear Factor that's come out. We've been watching Ink Master, Face Off, waiting patiently for Game of Thrones, which is coming out so soon. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It can be hard to like have the motivation to work for 11 hours and come home and sit down and film. Like, it's just not really what I want to do at the end of my day. I want to just chill and watch TV. So since my face is quite bronzed and my everything else is not, I'll go ahead and take the butter bronzer and just warm up like my collarbones. Basically just anywhere that would naturally get hit by the sun. Bronze the top of my shoulders so that you're not just bronzed on your face. Okay, so I'm gonna take a blush out of this Morphe blush palette. I'm gonna go with this one, which I feel like is the one I choose every single time, but mauve tone blushes are like my favorite. I also like my blush to be very subtle, so that's a little too intense for me, even though it's not even intense at all. I'll go ahead and just take the same brush that I used to apply my face powder and blend everything out. Okay, last but not least, highlight. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the one in my Carly Bible palette. This is obviously like my favorite highlight that I own, except the last couple times I've used it, it's like fallen apart, like it just kind of crumbles. Oh, and I also said that was the last thing, but obviously I still have to do lips too, so it's definitely not the last thing. I'm barely touching it and like so much kick up is coming up. Like, it's just like falling apart. But it still works and it still looks really good. I'm gonna take the same highlight shade and just highlight my brow bone, just because I like to tie in my face with my eyes somehow. I'm just gonna take the same brush that I used to like set under my eyes and everything and blend it out. Even a highlight can have harsh lines. What am I feeling for lips? I'm kind of feeling like a dark purpley shade. I don't know why. I just feel like a purpley shade would look really good with this. So I think I'm gonna go with the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in Embellishment. It's like a really pretty light purplish, pinkish color. Goes with my nails too. Hey. But I don't really have that kind of lip liner, so I'm gonna use this e.l.f. matte lip color. Pretty much the same color, just a little bit more pink. So I'm gonna use this as like a lip liner, even though it's kind of fat. Hey, I don't think I've ever worn a purple lip before. I'm actually really digging that. What do you guys think? Really, the only thing I wanted to achieve was glam, and I think I achieved that in this makeup look. But yeah, I had a lot of fun filming this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chatty get ready with me. I feel like I didn't chat very much. I kind of just focused on the makeup as usual, but you know, if you have any questions for me that you want me to answer in a future video, leave them down below. I'm totally open to doing that. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next, and I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye! Almost forgot my setting spray. That's what it is, by the way. Oh, you guys can't see that. Okay, now I'm done. Peace out, guys.